Okay, so you'll have to forgive the hair. I'm growing it out, and it's at that weird phase where you can't do anything with it. So you look like a mad scientist or Jack Nicholson, The Shining, or whatever. So yeah, you have to just overlook that. But anyway, eBay. I've been asked some questions about eBay, and one of the things that get asked is like, how do you figure out the pricing? Again, like I said in the other video, I didn't really research this and watch a bunch of YouTube videos or read a bunch of stuff. I just started doing trial and error. But that's kind of how I always learn everything anyway. I'm not a big researcher. I just start figuring stuff out. And so I don't know what the experts would tell you. I'll just tell you what I've found that works for me. If you just search the item, you'll see all the people selling the similar item. And you can gauge by what they're doing, get a feel for like what the price and what's going for, at least the ballpark, right? So if you do that, what I try and do is be at the high middle of it. I don't want to be the highest guy, but I definitely want to be the lowest guy. Because people subconsciously think if it's the lowest and there's something wrong with it. And if it's the highest, they want to pay that much. I always try and be like, a scale of 1 to 10, I try to be like a 7 or an 8. You know what I mean? So that's how I do my pricing in terms of like by comparison. If I don't know what it is and there's no precedent for it, I don't do the 99-cent thing. I've gotten burned on that. I actually ended up costing me on an item one time. I actually was in the negative. By the time you took out the fees and shipping, it wasn't covered, and I got screwed on that deal. So what I do is, if I don't know, it's $5.99, and that has served me very well. That tends to cover the cost. It tends to make it not go the negative. Most people can afford $6 if they really want something. It's not that big a deal, and it'll go up from there a lot of times. Very rarely does I just sell it at $5.99. It'll go up to 8 or 10 or something like that. Why did my phone just go off? I don't know. Anyway, basically, and every once in a while you'll find something that the market doesn't really bear that, and I'll go down to $3.99 or $4.99. But in general, I don't. With maybe a few exceptions, I don't go below like a $3.99. But typically, I'm gonna be at $5.99 if I don't know what it costs. Because there are a few things. You start selling stuff around your house. I mean, you just like, for instance, I take that back. This is a flag that's all beat up, but I put it on there because I don't need it anymore. Somebody bought it, and I think I priced it about like that. So, it gets it out of my hair. It makes me $1 or $2, and everybody's happy.